Grand Rising and good morning to all of you out there. Welcome to the final episode of the Morning Update Show right here in the Black Media Matters Studios. Oh my goodness, as you can tell, it is already live in this building. And of course, it's always live and always the best when I'm right next to my co host with the most. Can't believe it's our final show. What up, Big O?
Trey Holiday.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, you're looking great.
Well, right back at you.
There we go.
We both knew what to wear today.
There we go. We knew what it was.
Yeah, no, this is man, almost 400 plus episodes of the Morning Update Show. This was a show that we thought that maybe we'd be doing 50 or 60 episodes, and we've ended up with hundreds of episodes, and it's been a great ride. It's been a lot though, but it's been a great ride.
It's been a great ride indeed, my friend. And I got to tell you that this show is something that resonates so much in our community and beyond. The fact that we were hitting so many different markets, we had people watching all over the world, we had people tuning in to our podcast from all over the world. This is something that I think when we did this, we never even thought of how big it could get. And what a great day to have you make your stage left exit, my friend.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that intro right there, I know a lot of people haven't seen that before. That was our original intro. And actually, to be honest with you, it wasn't an intro for this show. What it was the COVID communication at the time. You know, it was hashtag we got this Seattle, but we ain't see no representation of no black people in that communication. And so I was sitting there in studio late night on Jackson. I was like, man, you know what? We gonna come with our own uplift, and just started grabbing some pictures and putting some text, and that's what we came out with. And then maybe a week later, we launched the Morning Update Show, and we're like, yo, well, we've already got an intro, and we'll use that. But I think it kind of speaks to the fact that, like, you know, we always putting on for our neighborhood. I'm like, oh, word, we'll just make our own commercial.
Yeah. You know what? We had to showcase to the community that we also got this. And it is so true because what we really have experienced is a connectivity. Whereas people were dealing with this pandemic, so many different things hitting people. We talked about businesses shutting down, finances getting hit hard for everybody, sickness and death. But we kept it going with positive messaging. And I'm so glad that we were able to open up the show with that right there.
Yeah, no doubt. And joining us, we got a lot of people in the studio. We're gonna figure this out. We got roving camera, we got a roving microphone, and everything else. But man, my good friend Sean Goode. Sean Goode's in the building, and you know what I'm saying. We're gonna get some dose of some good news in here. We got a lot of other people in the building as well. We've got our director Darryl, DQ Glover. Now Darryl's in the building. Darryl, our very first director at the Morning Update Show. You got him over there?
There he
He's a little
is.
dark in your shot, but you'll get him. Darryl is our very first director. And look at that. So you got Darryl and Vaughn right there. And we're gonna highlight this again before the end of the show. That's our very first director right there on the left, Darryl Glover, right? And there's Vaughn Williams, who's the last director here today on the Morning Update Show. You all right, Vaughn? See you get giddy, boy. All right, man. So good stuff here. Yeah, this I never realized. You know, Seattle Theater Group, and we've got a video segment. I'm gonna see if someone can put the link in there. I forgot to put it in. Seattle Theater Group last night. They published something that said Seattle Theater Group applauds Omari Salisbury. I was like, wow. You know, real taken back. The amount of people and organizations and even news outlets, because you know we spend so much time in here. I remember I used to call people and be like, man, what are they talking about in the outside world, right? Because you know you don't know, you don't see, you don't feel it. And I mean, this has just been an amazing past few days. And of course, tomorrow is my birthday, and what a way to go into my birthday. You know, it's no way I could ever say that I'm not loved. You know what I'm saying, in our community and across our city. because man, the love is there and it's outpouring.
Absolutely, it is. And reading that article, it was so great. Thank you to Seattle Theater Group. It's been an amazing partnership, and they are right. It started with the Elevate event, and that was something that was so exciting for us because we saw people that we knew being mentors to these young folks for Elevate, and it was beautiful. And honestly, it has just continued on in such an authentic, organic, beautiful way. I am excited because as a theater kid, I get to connect with all of these amazing actors and singers and songwriters and dancers. I mean, it has been like a real dream to be able to be in this side of it, but talking to so many different people, interviewing them, and hearing their stories of what got them to where they are at that point on stage. So, shout out to Seattle Theater Group. It's been phenomenal, and what they wrote was beautiful.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, it's a few people who reached out, and it was like, wanted to send some farewell notes. And the first one I'll play here, um, it's real on point because one thing that we've always talked about here is the mental health of our community, right? And sometimes you got to worry about your own mental health too, but most importantly, probably, but the mental health of our community. Man, here is Ashley McGirt, our favorite therapist, Ashley McGirt, and bidding us farewell.
Someone once said, those who are not represented cannot be remembered. And I cannot thank you enough, Omari, Trayana, Converge Media, everyone behind the scenes who comes back week after week to do what you do. It is really a bittersweet moment to be saying farewell. I thank you so much. I thank you for the advocacy. I thank you for representing people who look like me. I thank you for representing the causes that are near and dear to my heart when it comes to mental health, when it comes to addressing racial trauma, when it comes to addressing issues that impact those who have been most marginalized. You have been front and center, and it's commendable. I really don't have any words. It almost brings me to tears to be saying this, to be saying farewell, but I know it's really not goodbye, but what's next? Because there's so many things that are next for all of you, and what you have done, I'm really at a loss for words because it is so phenomenal. And I just want to say thank you and bid you all farewell. Everyone behind the scenes, I've seen you when I've came there and I've been present. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Ashley McGirt. I'm the president and founder of the Washington Therapy Fund Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated toward eliminating barriers to mental health. And Converge has always put mental health and well-being at the forefront, at the center of what they do. And it is truly amazing. So farewell, I bid you adieu.
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful message. Hey, Ashley, you know how much we love you here already. You got me welling up because this is such a phenomenal moment for all of us who have poured so much into the Morning Update show. And, Omar and I may be the face, but as you said, right there are so many people behind the scenes that make this what it is. And thank you for being one of our first partners in mental health, coming to the table. Every time we called you, you found a way to make it work. We thank you for all of the appearances you've done, all the specials you've done with us, all of the expertise that you have given to our audience and to us both around mental health. Thank you for everything you've done. And it's a phenomenal feat to see how Washington Therapy Fund has now impacted so many Black community members. Thank you, sis. Amazing. We love you 100%.
I would say that like Ashley McGirt is one of the key people. You can't so I know all the rules, I see all the memes. You can't be laboring your therapist friends. You know what I'm saying? So I always keep it light. I always keep it light. But I used to be back and forth down there a lot as well. But she's always the main person. Like, you got to take care of your mental space. You got to be okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to give from an empty cup, right? And so, yeah, man, I appreciate it, Ashley. And actually looking forward to doing some fun stuff with her in the future. You know what I'm saying? And big shout out to the Washington Therapy Fund. And ladies and gentlemen, wow. What's up, Dad?
Oh.
And my dad just got here to the studio. Man, just hit the Palmetto Grove. We'll be right back.
In the depths of Belize, the travelers come across the waters, harvesting with their hands, learning of resilience rooted deep in the lands. Culture thriving like a fire ablaze, sizzling with a pop and a chop, sharing its ways. Knowledge simmers and grinds into the hearts and minds, cutting away from the surface stories and colonial lies, boiling it down, breaking its shell as the truth pours out and gets plated collectively with love, spooned into bowls, feeding the soul. Garifuna, alive and strong at Palmetto Grove.
It should still be on mute. Welcome back to the Morning Update Show. Man, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Did Prez already leave? He went to park. Okay, good, because we gotta have Prez here for something. You know, it's good to see you, Dad. You know, we stopped everything like we were supposed to. I think it was last October, and we were doing it. We were gonna do the grand opening here of the studio, and we've never done a grand opening here. I said we ain't gonna open this studio till my dad can be here. And, you know, he had a stroke. My stepmom Paulette recovering from breast cancer, so we never launched the studio. And it wasn't like this when you were here before. It was. I think it was just a gray wall and everything. Yeah, you know, my father, photographer. You gonna come on and talk to us later, Dad? You gonna give us a minute before the show's over with? All right. Well, old man's gonna come and talk, so we'll talk about the wall. Welcome to the set right now, Sean Goode.
I love you.
Love you too, bro.
I love you. You are such a gift to our community, and the way that you serve so selflessly, and your steadfast commitment to honor the voice of the collective us, the emphasis of the B and BIPOC, to make sure that Black voices are centered, that Black voices are heard, and Black bodies are experienced in a way that contradicts the narrative that's so often put out there by mainstream media. Today's good news is all about you. You are the good news, and your commitment to us is everything. And there are so many people, people who you will never know, who have been impacted by your dream, by your vision, by your steadfast commitment to see it all the way through. And what you did, what you're doing, is something that people need to get better at. To be able to build something and then step away in a way that creates space for others to lead, champion, and begin to live fully into the dreams that they've held for themselves. Too often as leaders, we take the thing with us and we walk away into the sunset, and it never lives and never has a new iteration. Not you, because your commitment has always been to us. And I am honored to be able to be in relationship with you, to journey with you, and to be a part of your sphere, because you are a gift to creation.
Man, well, first, thank you. And, you know, I'm always hearing Sean Goode talk about other aspects in community. You know, here's our youth, here's our community, here's this. As powerful talk about me, bro. I'm humbled. you know, and I'm thankful, you know, me and Sean, our relationship has grown over the last few years. As somebody basically didn't know each other, just kind of in passing on the internet, to just being fast friends and big supporters. And you know what? One of the best things I say about you, Sean, is like, bro, you don't only call me when it's this other stuff going on. You know, you'll call me and be like, "Hey, man, want to go to a Mariners game?" I remember the first time you invited me to something. It was like a Seahawks training camp or something. And man, I was like, "Man, I don't know. Is this some kind of thing? Or they gonna be talking to me about DEI or something?" When Sean got me into it, and so like the whole time we're out there at the training at the practice facility for the Seahawks, I'm like, "Well, man, what's the catch?" And then come to find out there is no catch. But it's just like, bro, be in the space. Let's enjoy something. We can't talk all this other talk all the time. Let's just have a good time.
Yeah. You know, one of the challenges of serving community and the way that you do is that people view you, but they don't see you. They experience you, but they don't know you. And to be seen and to be known is a gift that we give others. And it's also a privilege to have others embrace that gift in a way that honors our humanity. And I see you, and I'm getting to know you. And I'm honored that you've allowed me to have that access into your life, because I know how many others wish that they could simply walk alongside you in the way that I've had the privilege to do so. So yeah, there's never a catch-oh. It just is the fact that I am honored by what you give. And so whatever I can do to give to you helps fill my spirit and make me whole.
Man, well, thank you, Sean. And man, I appreciate you. I appreciate all the work you do. I appreciate you showing up over here, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta count all the episodes. And you was on Black Love. You know, it's been great for a platform. I'm sure that relationship is going to continue on the day with Trey. And I just look forward. Now I got more free time to go to more Mariners games.
Absolutely. And hopefully the second part of the season is much better than the way that it started. Because right now, you see which hat I didn't wear today.
Oh my goodness.
I'm already thinking about spring training or for football right now.
He's already on them Hawks, man. Sean Goode, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Appreciate you. Love you.
Well, you too. We're gonna take a quick break right now. When we come back, you got a minute for us, Darryl? I know you're over there working and everything. When we come back, we're gonna talk to our very first director of Morning Update Show, Darryl Glover. You're watching the final episode of the Morning Update Show.
Hey there, it's Trey Holiday. And of course, Besa and I had to take a trip back to Market Street Shoes to grab some items. They always know what to show us. And let me tell you, we both spent quality time to be sure we collected some amazing additions to our wardrobes. They have some of the most unique bags, shoes, and accessories. I mean, the whole shebang. It's always a good time when I get to shop with my girl Besa. Make sure you go check out Market Street Shoes, y'all, and you too can walk out with some dope gear.
Everyone's invited to the prom. From the creators of the Book of Mormon, Elf, and The Drowsy Chaperone, The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. The Prom makes you believe in musical comedy again. So full of happiness that you think your heart is about to burst. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
On sale now. Tickets at fifthavenue.org.
All right, welcome back to the Morning Update Show. Real pleasure right now to welcome to the set Darryl DQ Glover. What's up, man?
My man, it's all right.
You know, so people, I know Darryl was the very first director on Morning Update Show, and this was in March of 2020. And like we had studio space and we had some cameras, but we didn't have any streaming equipment or technology or everything. And through the hood, Darryl was known. People already knew. It was like, yo, it's dancing in the Prez media, man. They got the live stream going. And so we came with the idea for Morning Update show. It was like, this is all good, but it has to be live. We ain't have the editing capacity, everything for a pre-recorded show. I called Darryl and I was like, Darryl, bro, we want to try something here. We want to do this show. We need to update our community, man. None of this COVID news is relevant to us. I said, we ain't got no money. And Darryl was like, look, man, I'm on my way. And directed hundreds of the Morning Update shows. And, I mean it when I say it, bro, that it's like, and that's why I got so much respect for all these people behind the camera. It's easy for me to sit here in front of the camera, but if it wasn't for you then and these people now, there is no show. Thank you, bro.
You're welcome, brother. When you asked me to come help out, it wasn't a hard decision at all. Anyone who knows you and knows your travels and your work ethic knows that you was going to come and match what you expected in everyone. And so I came, and truthfully, I had only put probably 20 to 30 hours of streaming on my equipment when you called. The next 3 weeks with Converge took me way above where I've been. So, man, you gave me some wings, bro. There were things that I wanted to do that I had in my mind. This is where Dancing in the Rain media is going to go. But you gave me the wings, man. Rocking with you and Trey, right? Being able to see that professionalism. Every ounce of every show was learning. So I wasn't even working, man. I was like at a free school, right? Think of the amount someone would have to pay to learn from you and Trey's experience, like 20 years plus combined of network knowledge, right? And hustle. So it's my honor.
You know what? I tell these guys, especially like Salman and Alia Del Sandro before him, and Curtis Delgado II, even young Vaughn over here. I'm like, man, y'all got it easy. Don't want to be hearing nothing about how hard something is, because the Morning Update show started with some iPad switching system and this and that, some camcorder, and the thirds were over here, commercials over there. And the thing is, I'm real serious. I'm 0 or 100 about everything. I'm 0 or 100. Either we gonna do it 100 or we gonna do it 0. And I told these guys, I said, listen, I'm guaranteeing you that audience too, for sure. I said, I know my parents are going to be watching here, audience of 3. I know my parents are going to be watching here. I said, I can't guarantee you no audience bigger than that early on. But I said, you know what? We going to work this show like the whole world's watching. So you know what? You disregard whatever number you see up there as far as watching this, and we going to work this show like the whole world's watching. And Darryl will tell you it'd be 11 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And actually back then the show started, it was a 2-hour show. It started at 10 o'clock. I'd be like, Darryl, it's 10 o'clock in 0 seconds. Darryl, it's 10 o'clock in 1 second. Darryl, it's 10 o'clock in 2 seconds. Darryl, when is my show starting? But the whole thing is that like Darryl ain't take that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of young people do these days. Oh man, this guy is on my, no man. It's like we got to push each other for excellence. We got to push each other for perfection. Darryl, and the thing is, there's so many people don't understand how many technical failures we had. Technical failures, and sometimes they never do. Remember one time the system froze and we couldn't do commercial break, and we had to get Trey on set. I said she had some kind of interview. We're trying to figure it out, and do we cut the stream or do we drop the stream? It's so many times that we failed, but because the commitment is there, we quickly pick ourselves right back up. And some people might not even notice, man. But it's that 0 or 100. It don't matter to me. It don't matter if it's one person, because I'm going to tell you like this, Darryl, it's because of that. When the Seattle protests came, it was because every single day we acted like the whole world was watching, even if it was just our parents. We said we're at Man's a Whole. We're gonna do it like we're doing it for TV. And when the protests came, we came right into it because we was already doing this every single day, huh?
That's right. You know, the way you came in and exactly how you put it, man. It's either 1 or 100. You led by example, and not many people in leadership do that. And I can say, out of all the places I've worked at, Fortune 500 companies, whatever, my boss wasn't willing to work as hard as he wanted me to work. This is the first time that happened. So whatever we needed to do, if you said, Darryl, I need you to make some magic, tomorrow we're going to be up at the Cal Anderson. Make it happen, right? And man, I called Inspector Gadget, Carlos Imani, right? And he always has something coming in for us, man, right? Like, man, here's something new. Here, add it, right? So it definitely was. Let's figure out where the next level is, and let's get there. And you trusted me with that, man. And I appreciate that because I was in uncharted territory, but I knew that you was going to work as hard as you wanted me to work. So we had to make it happen.
Man, well, you know, clearly, like your hard work, commitment is paid off over here. These guys got light work over there, Darryl. You see this? Hey, remember, look, we got monitors all up on the wall. Remember we used to have to be rigging that monitor, and it had a short in it. See, look at Trey laughing, and the monitor had a short in it. We had to be, you know, Trey had to be able to see herself. And we go to break. You guys got to fix the monitor.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, teleprompters here. We see ourselves in the camera. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's wild, man. You know, we've come a long way, but that commitment is still there. You know, how we do anything is how we do everything. I say it again. How we do anything is how we do everything. Man, either we're all the way in or we're all the way out. You know what I'm saying?
All in, baby.
All in. You've been all in since day one. Darryl Glover, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Man, it's a pleasure.
All right. See, you know, tomorrow's my birthday.
Absolutely.
So we're going to have to hang out.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break right now. And let me see, I'm going to get through this here real quick. We're going to take a quick break right now. We're going to activate some of these other mics, maybe with these shots. We'll see if we can work some people in over here. We're watching the Morning Update Show.
Hey guys, Besa Gordon here, and before heading to Belize, Trey Holiday and I had to make sure we linked up with our good friends over at Market Street Shoes to, of course, grab a few things for the trip. From bags to socks, shoes, sunglasses, earrings, and more. Before going on any trip, make sure you stop at Market Street Shoes. Trust me, you'll find just what you need to make your trip not only enjoyable, but fashionable.
Everyone's invited to the prom. From the creators of the Book of Mormon, Elf and the Drowsy Chaperone, The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. The Prom makes you believe in musical comedy again. So full of happiness that you think your heart is about to burst. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
On sale now. Tickets at fifthavenue.org.
All right, welcome back to the Morning Update Show. We're gonna try. Hey, that means you back there, young man. Welcome back to the Morning Update Show. And so right now, so we got some of our A1 from day one here. We're gonna see if we can work some studio magic. We got Carlos Imani right here. Let's see how they do. You gonna put a tight on Carlos?
Possibly.
There's your Carlos tight.
What's up?
And then, well, you see now you moved your camera, Brady. There's your other tight right there. Yeah, you see that big smile? That's your other tight right there. There he is, DJ Topsman. You got him up there. Okay, good stuff. All right, so coming back to you first over here, Carlos. Man, I won't keep you long. You're already dressed for a production right here. But I want to make sure, like, we work a lot together. We've always worked a lot, but we work a lot together these days, and it's a good thing. We produce a lot of things. You guys been watching Converge all this week. The Metier Brewing grand opening. We worked together on that. Tazwira, support Black business. Tazwira, Inside Space Inside.
Green Book.
Yeah, the Green Book down there in Tacoma.
The
Folk Life Festival live stream. It goes
11 hours.
Yeah, a matter of fact, these guys they broke our streaming record over there. Folk Life. It was 11 hours straight during the protest. They went 11 hours and 13 minutes one of the days over there at the protest. But it's a good thing because when we very first launched this show, you had equipment, and it was like, okay, you're bringing some equipment, which was dope, and also the graphic design. I might have to put up some of them old flyers that we used to make. You know what I'm saying, on the graphic design.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that it's transitioned now from that to like you out here working, man. Just tell everybody quickly what you be doing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great opportunity, as Darryl spoke to first. It's like, all right, we ran into this pandemic with this equipment. Me coming more from a photography background, a lot of those same equipment could be used for video. And it was like, seeing what we was doing, was all combining. How can we make this better? Hey, man, try these mics. It might work out a little bit better. And, actually just being in there, I think I was on episode 2 as one of your guests, just kind of talking about the pivot and what we needed to do. And, started with the graphics, getting the word out, letting people know this is where, for our restaurants, that was the big thing of letting know, hey, we're open. This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. And just getting that messaging out. And a lot of that space, though, was just untapped territory. You know what I mean? So it was like, all right, let's get good at it. And we paid our dues. So now it's like, all right, we got hours and hours of it behind. And then our people started to come back. Like those galas was like, hey, let's go virtual. Well, cool. We just been doing it with Converge for the last whatever. And at this point in the game, it's like the Converge name is just gold. Like, hey, I'm a producer with Converge. Oh, that Converge, Omari? Like, yeah, I know Omari.
Hey, you got to tell people though, you still need to call and verify, because there's some people out here trading on my name. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are. I'm finna see you about that. By the way,
I got mine on my arm. So, it's legit. You can get it tight on that one right there. So, I wear that as a badge of honor, because it was like, man, we was here from the beginning. We all went into it with the best intentions, and it's dope when people can get around something that is so meaningful, you know what I'm saying? And everyone's in it for the right reasons. It's tough to be around a team, a group of creatives that is all here to uplift each other.
Yeah, we was going. People don't understand too. Like even streaming companies and this and that, they was up collecting dust. So like even when things went back to work, like you said, Converge was hundreds of live streams in through pandemic care protocols, through all this other stuff. The bigger companies had to learn and ramp up and everything, because we never stopped and we actually grew. You're right. And I remember when people started coming back, I would get phone calls from just, people, fans of Converge, supporters who would hit me and be like, hey, well, what's your advice with this and advice to that? Because you guys been working. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing. Let me pop over here to Top Spin real quick. What's up, Top? I need it from the top. You can look at the camera. It's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Also right there, Studio A days, you was right there on there. We had our show, the tip drill and so everything else. Tip jar. Oh, I need a tip drill.
That's a different show. That's a whole different show.
That was our evening show.
Never launched.
Converge late night.
You were ahead. Of
Converge after hours.
You were somewhat ahead of the curve with that too, because that was the time when like D-Nice was on Instagram, and he kind of blew up and kind of became like the face of online DJing, and which drove a lot of other DJs to like Twitch. But man, when you gave me the holler at the beginning, like the first day of the morning show, you're like, oh, I got, I know you're probably gonna be struggling because this is indicating that artistry is about to take a back seat. So come on here. We got these live streams, Darryl with the backgrounds and making it look all spacey and rocking out for an hour after the 2-hour morning show was really dope. And I'm really glad to
it was marathon, man, because actually when you talk about a 2-hour morning show, And then we would do tip jar, and then on the weekends we would Darryl was live streaming goodie bag.
Right.
Like we was providing entertainment, man. Like in the hood from jump, and we wanted to put some of your footage in the throwback, man. But we gonna get struck.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what online, all that is hard. It's because everything's flaggable, and it's like, do you want me to show and push culture or not? The artists will sit here and retweet you, but the company is flagging stuff, and it's like, I just want to share art and culture with the public. So
I'll say this too about Topspin, and we had Julia Jesse on yesterday. Me and Topspin, we go back to Garfield High School, but me and Topspin literally been around the world together. You know what I'm saying? And Julia Jesse spoke to yesterday, being like, man, people in Seattle shouldn't be worried. Oh, vision, it's finna get greater later, because we work together overseas. You know what I'm saying? And we see this larger space. Me and Top, we were in Tanzania, Kenya, London, we was at Dubai, Bahrain,
Amsterdam.
Yeah, Amsterdam. Man, me and Top been all around the bubble together, man. And it's really cool to have a friend from high school who's been able to see you grow and thrive in different spaces. Because some people here in Seattle, they've only seen the Seattle Omari. You know what I'm saying? Before I let both of you guys go here, we'll start here with you, Top, and you go look right into your camera right there, man. Tell people how they can keep up with you.
The Instagram is pretty much tells the greatest story, what the kicks look like, what they've looked like. So you can follow me on at Topspin Instagram. One word, Topspin Instagram. And like I say, link in bio. All the other links are populated by the link tree in my bio. You can catch mixes and exclusives and all types of media.
I need it from the top. See, I gotta move the mic back.
And you said it earlier, man. You were like Mambo VP. Like you hit off the intro we used to do for our show.
I forgot. Me and Topspin. Hold on, let me hit it right here. Me and Topspin, we had one of the highest rated English language shows in Tanzania and some of the surrounding countries. There was it was the Countdown Show. Yeah. So
sponsored by Sprite.
Good afternoon, Mambo VP. Welcome to the Countdown Show with me and DJ Topspin right here on 102.6 Choice FM in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
Recorded in my basement and transmitted.
I'd be in Tanzania. Top would be right here in Seattle. And we put the show together, man, every week. And Top actually came out a few times, and we did it there. It's good stuff. Carlos, I said, listen, don't let nobody steal you away, though. Now, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Do I not always make time?
No, you do. You always make time.
Matter of fact, I'm not with my son or my wife.
Matter of fact, next Friday, Treyana's at McCall Hall. And doing that next Saturday. T-Dub and these guys are up there at the mural. You'll be there for that.
Absolutely.
Man, A1 from day one. Let them know.
Yes, sir. So you can keep up with me. Same deal like Top. Instagram is a great place. Carlos Imani FLVR, because I got struck with my normal name, so I had to create another one. Lost all my followers, but follow that. And then main thing is to be able to support us, supporting them is hit us up with elitecollective.com, doing production, live streaming for whatever you got going on. And Smile Patrol is our photo booth company, smilepatrolnw.com.
Good stuff. Carlos, Top, thank you. We'll take a quick break right here. I see this co-founder in the building. Eric Calligraphy's popped up. You're watching the Morning Update Show.
Hey guys, Besa Gordon here, and before heading to Belize, Trey Holiday and I had to make sure we linked up with our good friends over at Market Street Shoes to, of course, grab a few things for the trip. From bags to socks, shoes, sunglasses, earrings, and more. Before going on any trip, make sure you stop at Market Street Shoes. Trust me, you'll find just what you need to make your trip not only enjoyable, but fashionable.
Everyone's invited to the prom. From the creators of the Book of Mormon, Elf and the Drowsy Chaperone, The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. The Prom makes you believe in musical comedy again. So full of happiness that you think your heart is about to burst. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
On sale now. Tickets at fifthavenue.org.
All right, welcome back to the Morning Update Show. You good? Yeah. All right. No, I mean, I know we're always good, man. All right, welcome back here. We've got Mr. Eric Calligraphy on the set. What's happening, man?
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm all right. We're talking about the end of the Morning Update Show, but I think people might want to start about. We could talk here quickly about the start of Converge as people know it. You know what I'm saying? We had a few iterations before we've settled in on like just media as people know it. And, them stories, I'm telling is real. We couldn't afford no camera. This was a big investment, man. Eric's first camera was the iPhone, but it was probably like 5 or something. But the memory of it was you know what I'm saying? It was the lowest memory.
Yeah.
And so,
30
what I'm
minutes.
saying? We couldn't really get it. And then you had to like get the video off the phone and everything else. But it was like, man, where there's a will, there's a way. And
sure.
my dad right here always said that it's like, man, the camera, that's the final mile. You see what I'm saying? And that could be any kind of camera. We see the 6Ks and all the way down to the iPhones, because the story is actually right here. And what I tell young people all the time is, if I didn't have a video camera, I'd tell the story with a still camera. If I have a still camera, I'd take an audio note. If I couldn't do that, then it would be pen and paper. And if nothing else, it's an oral history, because the story is here. The camera or whatever else is the distribution route. But you can't never depend upon the camera to tell your story. The story got to start here, right?
The story always starts in your head. And then, to be honest with you, the story is all around you too. You know what I'm saying? If you got your eyes closed, you can't see the story. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll never forget the first day you called me when you got back, right? Because I don't think we're taking it all the way back to dynamic, right? Okay. You were telling me about bubbling brown sugar. You went in and everybody was laughing because you had this camera on you and you had sound equipment and this mic, and you were like, the audio has to be good.
Let's be clear. I went to the bubbly brown sugar with the only Canon we could afford, which was the cheapest one. And then somebody let Trayana borrow a tripod. But remember, it was a TV. It was like the big TV tripod. So I had the big TV tripod with this little old Canon camera, right? And then, but I had my audio kit, my XLR, and a mic. And I'm walking around bubbling brown, and everybody's like, yeah, this is the new Sony J35, and this is the new whatever. What's up, OG? They were laughing at me. Like, what's up, OG? You know what I'm saying? Laughing at my tripod. Oh, this is the gimbal, the smooth. And one thing, an old guy like me, who started off in radio, was like, I don't see nobody in here with no audio. Let's see if anything ever comes out. You know what I'm saying? And so while people were sitting up there laughing at me and everything else, they've been laughing in the best way, because, it's community. I'm just doing my interviews there with this little kid and this big old tripod. And the next day, until this day, I think we're the only people to ever come out with a segment from the very last bubbling brown sugar that happened there.
Yeah.
You're right.
But, that created the standard for every segment after that.
True.
I was going through my phone the other day and I was looking at the different shows. I was looking at stuff from the Tip Jar. I was looking at stuff from Let's Talk Seattle, right? I was looking stuff from Brains and Beauty. I was looking at Jamal Crawford, right? I was looking at Trey, and I was like, not to do the other Trey Simmons, right? Actually, I was looking at old stuff for you too, right? Still not, I haven't seen the same outfit. Not once. I got 4 years of this stuff. But repeat. But the standard of excellence that you have pushed everybody to, right? Even me, right? Just from the jump, it's like, we're going to do this. We're going to be in here making these mixtapes, right? Until the album drops.
That's it.
Till the album drops. And I don't know if the album's dropped yet.
Nah,
but
you know what I'm saying? We don't have a few hit single. The whole point being that We gonna keep creating and creating and creating. That's the one thing is we've never stopped creating. I tell people like, man, we gonna keep shooting in the gym. You never know when you're gonna get called up. And we were shooting and shooting and shooting. We got called up for protests and COVID coverage, and we covered that, and that's fine. And we keep shooting. We always ready. And then in the meantime, look at our catalog. I'll be hard pressed. Now, this is something I don't really be all by swag out here, but I've been swag this one out. I want to know any other media company of our size in this city, they got a catalog that go toe to toe with us for the last 24 months. And I'm not even, you can take all of our live shows away. You can take away stuff like the Morning Update show and Clapback Culture. You know, look at the films we did with Vanish in Seattle. We got 4 of those. We went to Belize. We got Art of the Matter. We got, I mean, man, it goes on and on. I got Community Voices. We got all of our segments. We got Support Black Business. We got Throwback Thursday. Like, man, we create, huh? Yeah, Black Love. We create, right?
That's all we do is create, and never stop creating.
Yeah.
Remember when I shot my first music video?
Yep. That was crazy. Yeah.
It was all of myself, and O was just like, "Did you really cut this up like this? What was it like 1,000 cuts for 2 minutes?"
Yeah. But you know,
Christ.
It's all about investing time in your craft and everything. I won't hold you too long, but real quick, you know, something else that we're real proud of you over here on is your leadership around the beloved King County the gun violence disruption campaign. I know, you know, they partnered up even this morning over there and 23rd and Jackson with gun lock boxes, and then the larger communication and strategy, man. And you've been out in front on that. And one, just want to say I'm real proud of you. And two, maybe you could take a second if you want to update people about it.
Well, I don't want to take too much time, but just go ahead and follow belovedkingcounty.com. It's definitely a problem. I don't feel like talking about gun violence.
Oh, it's all good. Shit, me neither. Why do you think I'm getting off air?
Either way, we know it's an issue. From the mass shootings that we see to the friends that we have lost. And just to transition, something I just want to say. I don't know if you know, but the Morning Update show and the new Converge, from where we start, is synonymous with my sobriety. You know what I'm saying? When we started Converge and we sat down at the pier, I was drunk. Well, not drunk, but I was fiending for a drink. You know what I'm saying? And I was in that whole lifestyle. The day you called me, right, also went along with this journey of sobriety. So me learning here, right, me learning in this space, it's been so much for me. It's been a part of me that's irreplaceable. You know what I'm saying? It's a part that's, you know, you're my big brother for sure. And it's the type of support that comes out of you, out of the family here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in this building, well, not everybody, but most people in this building have known me for 10 plus years, right? And everybody in here has held me up and supported me. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the Beloved campaign comes from. That's where my love for this comes from. It comes from community, because we all need community to help us push forward. That's it.
Eric Calligraphy, my young bro.
What's up,
you know,
brother?
and I'll say this. I see we got about 11 minutes here, so I just want to say this real quick. You keep us on wide. Is that we all need somebody who, even if they don't believe in your vision or don't see it all the way, they believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff was hard to explain to Eric, just because I was coming back from overseas, and these, man, you know, this and that. We could send a signal up to the satellite in geostationary orbit, and we could do this, and that. Eric be like, bro, just tell me what you need me to do. But the whole point is that, man, we all need people who believe in us and our potential. Sometimes they might not be able to see the vision like you do. Sometimes God gives you the vision, but also helps you with the people. You know what I'm saying? And it's the thing is, this thing wouldn't have moved. All these things, man, we spent day after day after day after hour sitting there, shoot. We have to make something every day, Eric. Eric, we have to make something every day. And every day, Eric would show up and we go and we interview people, we shoot, and we do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
To the point now, look at these guys. These guys living their best life back here. You see this?
You guys never had to run up the Garfield field with that tripod.
Yeah, right. And we going up there. We got to, you know what I'm saying? These days, Salman just sends a drone. You know.
Lucky, man.
But look, man, I love you, brother. You know what I'm
too,
saying? Brother. And, you know, your impact on everything here is indisputable. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? And looking forward to what's next.
And your birthday.
Yeah, birthday's tomorrow. I'm hoping for a big gift from you.
Oh yeah,
you always take care of me though.
I always got something. You never know.
We're gonna take a quick break right now. When we come back, the Morning Update Show final episode continues.
Hey there, it's Trey Holiday. And of course, Besa and I had to take a trip back to Market Street Shoes to grab some items. They always know what to show us. And let me tell you, we both spent quality time to be sure we collected some amazing additions to our wardrobes. They have some of the most unique bags, shoes, and accessories. I mean, the whole shebang. It's always a good time when I get to shop with my girl Besa. Make sure you go check out Market Street Shoes, y'all, and you too can walk out with some dope gear.
Everyone's invited to the prom. From the creators of the Book of Mormon, Elf and the Drowsy Chaperone, The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. The Prom makes you believe in musical comedy again. So full of happiness that you think your heart is about to burst. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
On sale now. Tickets at fifthavenue.org.
In the depths of Belize, the travelers come across the waters, harvesting with their hands, learning of resilience rooted deep in the lands. Culture thriving like a fire ablaze, sizzling with a pop and a chop, sharing its ways. Knowledge simmers and grinds into the hearts and minds, cutting away from the surface stories and colonial lies, boiling it down, breaking its shell as the truth pours out and gets plated collectively with love, spooned into bowls, feeding the soul. Garifuna, alive and strong at Palmetto Grove.
Welcome back to the Morning Update Show. And you know, I remember clearly, man, the last time that my dad was in this studio and we had a bit, it was nowhere near complete like it is right now. That was August 19th, 2021, because August 18th, I won the award from the Washington State Association of Justice. Welcome back to the complete now Black Media Matters Studios, my father, James Salisbury Jr.
Thank you. It is a true blessing to be here.
Mic right here, Dad.
The mic about here?
There you go.
Okay. It is a true blessing to truly be here. And especially on this occasion where we're watching, Converge make a change. And of course, you and Triana with the morning show and everything, and now it's going to be, what's it, Triana today?
The day with Trey.
The day with Triana. So I'm looking forward to that. But, when this show started, Seattle was in its, I'm trying to call the name of it, You Had Your Problems.
Yeah, well, that ain't nothing new for us.
Let me tell you, I watched TV 24 hours. Watching what was going on. But the exciting thing about all of this is that, you have brought to Seattle, to the Central District, and throughout the whole community, a special part that wasn't really reported in the way that it is reported now. And that is a true blessing. You know, it's called, I'd often, when I started here in Seattle, I started as a photographic portraitist, not as a journalist. And so the art of drawing with light is what it was about. And you have mentioned that several times, but it's the art of drawing with light.
Well, I'll say too, Dad, is that we were thinking here about this. Well, there's a lot of themes that go through here. Of course, there's Al Smith right there, and these are majority of these are Al Smith's photos from the 1940s through the 1960s, and some of these from the Black Heritage Society of Washington State. But you know, in music, they always say like respect the DJ. In our studio here, we wanted to respect the photographer. And so this wall, even though this is the images from Mohai and from the BHS, is some people might not know that my dad was one of the very first Black-owned portrait photography studios in the Northwest. It was right there in the Central District on 23rd. And even more, you know what I'm saying, used to be over there at the Fax with Mr. Fitzgerald Beaver. So it's a history here with my dad of photographing Black folk in our community. And we put this wall together, wanted to really pay homage to photography as a whole, and especially the photography of Al Smith.
Yeah, the difference is I am what you call a photographic portraitist. I instead of doing what we call journalism or various events like these, I was doing what you might call more of the high quality portrait photography, the kind that would go in boardrooms and so forth, annual reports.
Is it, you know, Salman's from Saudi Arabia. Didn't you take the portrait Prince Bandar in Saudi Arabia?
Yes, I did.
Prince Bandar sat with my dad in Washington, D.C. at Chase Studios.
Yeah, not only there, I went to his home and also got it. One of the interesting things I have to tell you about, it was about the president of DAR. She was upset because I would not come and photograph her. And so I said, I cannot come and photograph you because of what you did to Marian Anderson. And I hope most of you remember Marian Anderson. And she wound up singing on the Lincoln Mall.
Yeah.
Well, she made it a point to, what do you call it? I guess get a limousine, come herself, and then plead with me to come to DAR, and I did. And the interesting part about it was we did some very beautiful photographs of her at DAR Hall. But one of the interesting things, I'll never forget, the ladies were walking around and they were looking at Jefferson.
One of the old white dudes.
Yes, the one that Trump liked a lot, the one that killed so many Indians in order to get the land.
Jackson.
Yes, and to get the land for cotton and all that other stuff. Well, anyway, he has a chair in there. And the interesting part about that chair, it's roped off and all of the ladies would say, oh, I would love to sit in that chair, you know. So the lady who also served as a domestic there, she and I were standing over in the corner, and she said, I sit down and take a rest in it every day. They don't know about
you know? Oh yeah, this was for you, Andrew. Hey, Dad, we're up against the hour here, which means the show's we're winding it down here. But I wanted to do something here real special. Where's Lakeith at? Did he bounce? So Lakeith had brought something here. He's outside now. Maybe somebody else could bring it to me though. So in that refrigerator right there, top, you'll see what it is. There it is. If you could bring this over to me, yeah, no, it's fine. You come on set.
Oh my goodness.
So right here. So now I know you're not a drinker, so we
right.
All these guys are, so you're okay. But I just wanted to share this with you, right?
Okay.
That in October of last year, the wall was completed October 23rd.
Yeah.
And we were getting ready to launch this studio. The studio was, we were planning our grand launch celebrations and everything else. And then you had a stroke.
Right.
And when you had a stroke, we I was like, man, I'm just not going to launch it. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what? This is going to be an impetus for this guy to get better. We're not going to launch it. We're going to use the studio, but we're not going to launch the studio until you get better, because a stroke, the things you got to work at. I didn't tell you, I was like, man, you got to work on this rehab, man, to get out here. Dad, I know this was October and this is now June. With you being here, can we officially launch this studio, sir?
Yes, please do. Please do.
Get a hand, everybody. So the Black Media Matters studio is now open for business.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right. We're gonna get a quick break right now, and we're gonna get everybody in here. So we're gonna clear out, and I think we'll open this bottle as well. You're watching the Morning Update Show.
Hey guys, Besa Gordon here, and before heading to Belize, Trey Holiday and I had to make sure we linked up with our good friends over at Market Street Shoes to, of course, grab a few things for the trip. From bags to socks, shoes, sunglasses, earrings, and more. Before going on any trip, make sure you stop at Market Street Shoes. Trust me, you'll find just what you need to make your trip not only enjoyable, but fashionable.
Everyone's invited to the prom. From the creators of the Book of Mormon, Elf and the Drowsy Chaperone, The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. The Prom makes you believe in musical comedy again. So full of happiness that you think your heart is about to burst. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
On sale now. Tickets at fifthavenue.org.
In the depths of Belize, the travelers come across the waters, harvesting with their hands, learning of resilience rooted deep in the lands. Culture thriving like a fire ablaze, sizzling with a pop and a chop, sharing its ways. Knowledge simmers and grinds into the hearts and minds, cutting away from the surface stories and colonial lies, boiling it down, breaking its shell as the truth pours out and gets plated collectively with love, spooned into bowls, feeding the soul. Garifuna, alive and strong at Palmetto Grove.
All right. One thing we're known for the most part is getting people out of here on time. But real quick, T-Dub, when's the next Art of the Matter?
Art of the Matter next episode is June 13th.
June 13th at 6 p.m. Truth with Proof.
Truth with Proof every Tuesday at 8:30, like clockwork, only on Converge Media.
All right, we got anybody else back there? Oh man, welcome back, Ike Everhart, by the way.
Yay, welcome back, Ike.
Welcome back, Ike Everhart. Hey, and a big shout out Brady McAtee, Salman Abukwashi, Vaughn Williams, Jordan Summers, BZ Two Slaps. You know what I'm saying? Paulette, hey. We're in here. Listen, want to tell everybody thank you. It's been a phenomenal run. We appreciate you. We're thankful for you. You know, as usual here, it looks like we're only 4 minutes over time, Trey
Yeah, that's
Holiday.
right.
But as usual, any final words?
Final words for me. I want you guys to be inspired. See yourself as a part of the solution, as we have right here on the Morning Update Show. If nothing else, in 400 plus episodes, we want you to be inspired. All of us can do this work. We want you to do it too.
All right, good stuff. So hold this for me for a second.
I got you.
I'm gonna do this because Pop said that we can officially launch our studio. We're ready. We go. You ready? Okay, Pops. Let me get this to you. On that. There you go. On that note, everybody. Like I said, it's thank you for your support. Thank you for believing in us, supporting us, being there for us. Like I said, this isn't far from the end of Converge. It's just the end of the Morning Update Show. We're looking forward to your support. Oh, okay, we're looking forward to your support for the day with Trey and all of our other programming that's here on Converge. As usual, and I know it's going to be different on Monday. So we played a few things here for the last time, and we played the intro here. And this will be the last time, but what a special occasion. We're going to leave you with a little bit of hope from Shayna Shepherd. And I'll tell you this. Man, we came up with this together, Pops. I was there in North Carolina. I said, man, we got to leave people every day with some inspiration.
Yeah.
And I'll say, go forward in your purpose. Go forward in your humanity. And until 11 a.m. Monday on the Day with Trey, peace.
What do I see through a lens of fear? 1,000 little steps to go. What do I fear after all these years? Lord knows I don't even know. I've been running on the edge of a sundial, sleeping in the shadow. I've been begging you to see me, then hiding beyond the unreachable. Looking out left on a right-hand turn, just trying to make a deal. Lazy shoes and love is a love that's earned. That's the kind of food that heals. I've been searching for the end of an era, waiting to be ready. The world is bigger than a moment. Be steady, that's how you can feel it's real. But I feel naked in my new clothes, 'cause I got used to hiding the holes. This old world got new tricks and I'm in the thick of it. This I swear I'm already sick of it. At least I found the antidote. Oh. I know no one is a shadow. 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 But I feel naked in my new clothes, 'cause I got used to